The Air in 2009, it was different. A time capsule of simpler days, filled with a unique blend of optimism and anticipation. The world was on the cusp of change, and music was right there, leading the charge. Had its own kind of sparkle, a golden shimmer that seemed to coat everything. It was a feeling, an atmosphere, a collective dream taking shape. Taylor Swift's Fearless was everywhere, a cultural phenomenon that transcended age and background. From car rides, windows down, singing at the top of your lungs, to school dances, where awkward slow dances became unforgettable memories. The album cover glowed, a beacon of hope and youthful exuberance. Taylor's blonde curls flying, caught in the wind, mirroring the freedom and possibility that the album represented. Eyes closed, lost in a dream, a world of fairy tales and first loves. At just 19, a young woman on the verge of superstardom, she was about to share, to unleash a force that would resonate with millions. Her diary with the world, turning private thoughts into anthems for a generation. Fearless felt like a secret, a shared confidence. Between Taylor and her fans, a bond built on vulnerability and authenticity. A promise that heartbreak, though painful, was not the end. Could turn into gold, into something beautiful and resilient. She took country, the roots of her sound, and made it shimmer, adding a touch of magic and pop sensibility, blurring the lines with pop, creating a sound that was uniquely her own. Taylor's stories, her lyrical prowess, about crushes, best friends, the roller coaster of young love, and heartbreak, the universal language of adolescence, felt universal, resonating with listeners from all walks of life. Hearing Love Story, the modern-day fairy tale, or singing You Belong With Me, the anthem for the underdog, in your bedroom with the door closed and the music turned up, made you feel seen, understood, and like you weren't alone in your experiences. For so many, the Fearless era, more than just an album, was the moment everything changed, a turning point in their lives. Not just for Taylor, as she ascended to new heights, but for all of us who found a voice and a community within her music. When Fearless dropped in late 2008, it wasn't just another album release, it was the arrival of a cultural phenomenon. The anticipation had been building, but no one could have truly predicted the sheer scale of what was about to unfold. No one expected the tidal wave it would create. The album resonated with listeners on a profound level, sparking a frenzy of excitement and adoration that swept across the globe. Concerts sold out in minutes, and the energy at her shows was electric. By 2009, Taylor Swift was everywhere. Her face graced magazine covers, she was a constant presence on television, and her music dominated the airwaves. Number 1 on the charts, Fearless wasn't just topping the charts, it was rewriting the rules, breaking records, shattering expectations, and setting new benchmarks for success in the music industry, and winning the Country Music Association's Album of the Year, solidifying her place as a force to be reckoned with in the country music scene and beyond. But it wasn't just about sales or accolades. Taylor wrote or co-wrote every song, pouring her heart and soul into crafting lyrics that resonated with authenticity and vulnerability. Pouring her heart into each track, transforming personal experiences into universal anthems. Fearless blurred country and pop, creating a unique sonic landscape that appealed to a wide range of listeners, pulling in new fans from all walks of life, transcending genre boundaries and uniting people through the power of music, and making Nashville's sound feel fresh, injecting a dose of youthful energy and innovation into the heart of country music. Suddenly, everyone wanted to sing along, to belt out the lyrics with passion and abandon, feeling a sense of connection and belonging. Even those who'd never listened to country before found themselves captivated by Taylor's storytelling and infectious melodies. Love Story felt rebellious and new, a modern fairy tale that resonated with the hopes and dreams of a generation. You Belong With Me became an anthem for the underdog, a celebration of individuality and self-acceptance. Each song was a chapter in Taylor's story, a glimpse into her world of heartbreak, hope, and self-discovery. And fans followed every word, hanging on to each lyric as if it were a secret message meant just for them. Fearless made it okay to be honest, to embrace vulnerability, and share your true self with the world, to turn your diary into a song, transforming personal experiences into art that could connect with millions. For a generation, Taylor Swift was more than a superstar. She was a cultural icon, a role model, and a voice for the voiceless. She was a friend and a guide, offering comfort, inspiration, and a sense of belonging to those who felt lost or alone. Through the messiness of growing up, Taylor's music provided a soundtrack for navigating the challenges and triumphs of adolescence. The crowning moment of the Fearless era came at the 2010 Grammy Awards. Taylor walked in as a nominee and left as the youngest artist ever to win Album of the Year, plus 3 more Grammys. Her tearful speech was pure joy, thanking her family, her team, and her fans for believing in fairy tales. That night, everything felt possible. Taylor's win was a victory for every young artist with a notebook full of dreams. It proved you could write your truth and the world would listen. The Grammys cemented Fearless as a cultural movement. Taylor had kicked open the doors, and nothing would ever be the same. The 2009 MTV Video Music Awards, Taylor had just won Best Female Video for You Belong With Me. Suddenly, Kanye West stormed the stage, interrupting her speech with his infamous outburst. The crowd gasped. Taylor stood frozen, but she stood strong, later performing with a steady voice and bright smile. Fans rallied behind her, and the moment became a symbol of resilience. Taylor handled it with grace, letting her music speak louder than any headline. The incident was dissected everywhere, but Taylor never let it define her. Instead, she used the spotlight to shine even brighter. That night marked a turning point. Taylor Swift was no longer just America's sweetheart, she was a force. After the incredible wave of awards and recognition, came the highly anticipated Fearless Tour, a chance for Taylor to connect with her fans on an even deeper level. Taylor took the stage, playing to packed arenas worldwide, night after night. The energy was electric, a testament to the bond she had forged with her audience. Each night felt like a massive celebration, a shared experience of joy and music that transcended the typical concert atmosphere. The arenas echoed with the sound of thousands of voices, with fans singing every lyric, word for word, their passion undeniable. And it wasn't just about singing along. Fans fully embraced the Fearless era, dressing up as characters from her songs, bringing the stories to life in vibrant costumes. Taylor's shows were incredibly personal, creating an atmosphere of intimacy within the vast arenas. It felt like a giant slumber party where everyone belonged, a safe space where fans could be themselves and connect with others who shared their love for Taylor's music. She told stories, sharing personal anecdotes and the inspiration behind her songs, making the experience even more meaningful. She hugged fans, creating unforgettable moments for those lucky enough to get close, and she made every person in the audience feel seen, valued, and connected to her on a personal level. The stage itself was a fairy tale, a visual representation of the dreams and emotions woven into her music. Ball gowns shimmered under the lights, glittering guitars sparkled, adding to the magical atmosphere. And there were always surprise guests, adding an element of the unexpected and making each show unique. More than just a concert tour, the Fearless Tour built a community, a network of fans connected by their shared love for Taylor's music and her message. Swifties traded friendship bracelets and stories, forging bonds that would last long after the tour ended. Taylor's openness and authenticity made her fans feel like friends, confidants even. They were not just admirers, but active participants in a shared experience. The legacy of Fearless is everywhere, a cultural touchstone that continues to resonate with fans old and new. It changed pop music, shifting the landscape and paving the way for a new generation of singer-songwriters. It made honesty and vulnerability the blueprint for connecting with audiences, proving that authenticity could be a superpower. Years later, those songs still play on the radio, their melodies and lyrics as timeless as ever. They are played at weddings, soundtracks to new beginnings, and declarations of love. They echo through graduation ceremonies, celebrating achievements and the promise of the future, and they accompany countless road trips, creating memories that will last a lifetime. Fearless reminds us of that magical time in our lives, that golden hour of youth and possibility. It reminds us of when anything felt possible, when dreams were big and the future was bright. And it reminds us of a time when we all felt a little more fearless, a little more empowered, and a little more connected to something bigger than ourselves.